Hello family, welcome and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to make half cakes. Leo tunapika half keki za hamira. Let's get straight to the video. For today's recipe, I'm going to use a jab all-purpose wheat flour, 1 kilogram of it. I'm just going to add it to my mixing bowl right there. And then to it, I'm going to add half a tablespoon of baking powder or just 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of yeast or hamira. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salt to taste. I'm also going to add 8 tablespoons of sugar. Please subscribe to my channel for more simple and easy and quick recipes for any ordinary families. I know you are going to love a ton of my videos. I'm now just going to quickly mix everything together well with my spoon as shown in the video. So you guys, I already did a video about this, but the video was how to make these half cakes with just baking powder. You can go check it out. You're going to like it. It has so many views in a few months. I know you're going to love it. After mixing well, I'm now just going to add 1 cup of hot oil. You have to use hot oil for this part of the video. And then I'm going to use my spoon again to mix well. I'm also going to add some vanilla essence to my flour mixture to give our half cakes a very good taste. I added 2 tablespoons of vanilla essence, just regular vanilla essence. And then I'm also going to mix this well again as shown in the video. So moving on, I'm going to add 2 cups of warm water bit by bit as I need my dough. So I added the first full cup of my water. So for the other cup of water, I'm going to add it bit by bit as I mix well. I'm not just going to be adding my water bit by bit like I've said before, as I knead my dough thoroughly, making sure there are no lumps on my dough or flour on my dough. You have to make sure you take your time to knead your dough thoroughly. You have to knead your dough thoroughly. And like you can see right now, our dough is almost ready. I'm just going to give it the final touches as shown in the video. And look at that, that's how our dough looks. So when making your dough for half cakes, it doesn't have to be so soft like a chapati dough, and it doesn't have to be soft again like a mandazi dough. It should be medium, not so hard. And like you can see right now, I'm just going to rub a little oil to heat, and then I'm going to knead it again for a few minutes as shown in the video. So like you can see right there, that's our dough, and it's not so hard and it's not so soft, it's medium. I'm now just going to cover my dough well as shown in the video with a polythene and then a lid, and then I'm going to rest this for 10 minutes. And like you can see right here, after 10 minutes, I'm just going to uncover my dough. I'm just going to quickly knead my dough as shown in the video to mix it well. Yeah. So you guys, this is the consistency of our dough. That's how our dough looks. It's not so soft, it's just medium and looking good. Moving on, I'm going to rub some oil to my board right there, and then I'm going to lay my dough to it. So I divided my dough into 4 equal parts. I'm not just going to lay the first piece of my dough to my board, and then I'm going to use my hand to flatten it as shown in the video. Moving on, I'm going to grab my rolling pin, and then I'm going to just use it to flatten my dough. So when doing this, you don't have to flatten it so it's so thin. I know you understand what I mean by that. We are making half cakes, so half cakes have to be a little thicker. And like you can see right there, that's the thickness of my dough. So if you love your half cakes much thicker than that, you can just flatten your dough to the desired size that you want. And now I'm just going to go in with my knife and cut my dough as shown in the video. So like I've said, when flattening your dough, you don't have to flatten it so it's so thin like a mandazi dough. Yeah, it has to be medium thickness or your desired thickness. I'm not just going to cut my dough into pieces as shown in the video. And that's the first piece that I'm showing you right now. That's the thickness of my dough. Yeah, my piece of dough that I cut. I'm not just going to be cutting them and then I'm going to lay them on a tray to give me easy work when I'm going to be working with the dough again when frying them. So I'll leave you to watch me prepare the second piece so you can see how I did this, and I'll be right back. And this is how our dough looks. I laid them on the tray, the two trays that you've seen. So moving on, I'm now going to be preheating my oil. And for this, I'm going to use leftover oil. I've said this in my previous video. When making your half cakes, you have to use leftover oil. They'll make your half cake taste much better. I'm just going to preheat my oil until it's warm. I'm going to test it with my wooden spoon right there. And like you can see right there, our oil is warm. It's not removing so many bubbles when I'm adding my raw half cakes. That means our oil is warm, and your oil has to be warm, you guys. You can't preheat your oil until it's hot. So after preheating my oil, I'm going to just add my half cakes as shown in the video, one by one, and your heat has to be low throughout the video when you are making, throughout the tutorial. I'm sorry about that. It has to be low throughout when you're making your half cakes. Yes. And like you can see right there, I speeded this part up, but the heat is just low like I've said. So I'm just going to wait for this to rise above the oil. I'll leave you to watch me for a bit and I'll be right back. After some time, I'm going to be checking on my half cakes, and then I'm now just going to be turning them because they have risen above the oil. I'm going to turn the other side as shown in the video, and like you can see, my heat is still low and you have to keep it that way like I've said. After some time, I'm going to check on my half cakes again, and the first side is cooked and it's golden brown right now. I'm going to turn the other side so the other side can cook too. You have to wait for your cakes to cook really well. There's no need of adding food color. You only need to be patient so your half cakes can cook to golden brown. All you're going to do is to turn them several times to get a beautiful golden brown color that you want. So I'm going to let the second side of my cakes cook on low heat. So it seems right now the heat is high because I speeded that part up. And like you can see right now, I'm now just going to be giving them a second turn as shown in the video. I'm now going to remove the first half cake that I added. It's ready right now. I'm going to remove it from the oil, and then I'm going to give the others a little more time to cook well and get the beautiful color that you want. It's been a few minutes now. I'm now just going to remove the rest of my cakes from the oil, and then I'm going to set them aside so they can drain the extra oil in them. After removing all my cakes from my oil, I'm now going to repeat the process again. I'm going to adjust my oil, and then I'm going to preheat my oil until it's warm again. Yeah, I turned off my stove so my oil can cool for a few minutes, and then I added some virgin oil to my pan. So I had to warm my oil up again, and then I'm going to add my half cakes as shown in the video, and then I'm going to repeat the process like I've explained in the video. All you're going to do is to preheat your oil until it's warm, and then you're going to add your raw half cakes. Then all you're going to do is to wait for your half cakes to rise above the oil, and you're going to make sure that your heat is low throughout the tutorial or throughout when you're making your half cakes. Yeah, so for this second part I speeded everything up so our video doesn't have to be very long. I hope you've picked a few things on how to make these half cakes. You can go watch my other video. I know you're going to love it too. If you don't have yeast at home, you can go check out that other video so you know how to make these half cakes with just baking powder at home. Please subscribe to my channel for more simple recipes. You guys watch me a lot but you don't want to support me. Subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell to get my uploads. Yeah, share my videos and share my links with your family and friends. Yeah, my YouTube link with your family and friends. I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, and it means a lot to me. I'm now going to be removing my second batch, and the rest of my dough I'm going to prepare it off camera. Thanks for watching. Give this video a like, share it with your friends, and see you in my next video. Bye.